Hi, my name is Elijah O'Connor, and today I will be talking about education on the local level. Although there are federal and state regulations and laws on schools, school districts are the force behind the operation of schools. Local school districts are solely created to run elementary and secondary schools. These school districts and their members have freedom to create the learning environment they believe is effective and provide the resources for the schools, typically through taxation. Local school districts consist of many working pieces that all work towards the goal of effectively educating the public in their district. There are a couple of primary parts of a school district that we will cover: the school board, the superintendent, the principal, and the budget. School districts are operated by a governing body called the school board. School boards typically consist of 5 to 7 elected members who are representing the public opinion. The school board's primary function is to set the policies for which a school is to operate under. The school board members are most effective when they have high standards and expectations of schools and share these expectations with the school staff and the public. Boards are elected by the community. Because of this, it is important for the boards to be active in raising support for the schools and keeping the school in favor with the public. School boards also have other responsibilities, such as employing a superintendent, adopting a budget, approving expenditures, personnel decisions, curriculums, and issuing contracts. The school board is also responsible for engaging and informing the community. A school superintendent is the chief administrator of the local school and is chosen by the school board. The superintendent's job is to oversee the entire district and communicate between the school board and the central office staff. The superintendent handles more of the day-to-day operations of budgeting, planning, and supervising the central office staff. The superintendent is the behind-the-scenes worker of the entire district that makes all the other parts of the school district are working properly. He or she manages the central office, which means that she is partially responsible for the curriculum, personnel, and business decisions made for the schools in the district. The superintendent is not responsible for a specific school in the district, but rather for the district as a whole. Because the superintendent isn't responsible for specific schools, there needs to be another leading party that steps in to that role. That is where the building principal comes into play. The building principal is the background of the educational program on a local level. He or she are responsible for directing the student body and administration of the individual school that they work in. The principal's job is more localized than the superintendent, in that they work directly with the students on a day-to-day basis and are overseeing a specific school, whether that be an elementary school or a senior high school. Principals lead the vision for their school. An effective principal establishes a positive educational climate to the teachers and students to engage in learning effectively. Two of the primary roles of a principal is the discipline of students and the evaluation of teachers. Students who are misbehaving, especially when a serious misconduct, will typically be sent to the principal's office. The principal serves as a sort of judge and jury while the students and teachers discuss the incident with them. Once the issue has been discussed and understood, it is typically the principal's decision on what to do in terms of punishment for the student. Teacher evaluation is also the principal's responsibility, and the principal's main goal should be to encourage their teachers to teach at the highest level and provide the resources to do so when possible. An effective principal will serve as a buffer for teachers from intrusions in their classroom and a leader for students that motivates a healthy learning environment. Local school budgeting is more complicated than just a standard document dealing the revenues and expenditures of the school. A school district budget is developed by an ongoing process that considers not only the enrollment, goals, and expenses of the school, but also the community and staff input and requires school board approval. After the budget has been approved, the budget still must be effectively implemented and regulated. In many states, the school districts are required to submit their budget to the State Department of Education. The majority of budgeting in a school budget goes towards staff salaries. About 80% of the budget goes towards staff salaries.